The number one overall pick out of St. Vincent St. Mary's High School and three-time NBA champion LeBron James not only leads on the court, but also he leads off the court. Today I will be informing in different ways how LeBron James shows his leadership qualities. Everyone is born with the ability to lead, but only a few have the same leadership abilities that LeBron James does. I've watched LeBron James for years as he's one of my favorite athletes, especially coming out of Ohio. I know a lot of you guys from Ohio also like him a lot. A lot of you guys will agree he's a great person, not only because he won a championship for Cleveland, but of the things I will explain to you guys what he did off the court. Why trust me? Because, like I said, have followed up with him a lot, and I know a lot about him. And today I'll be presenting to you guys 3 stories on why LeBron James shows his leadership. On to my first story. So when he was struggling? He led his team and did the impossible. So he won the 2016 NBA Finals, which was his 3rd finals. So LeBron and the Cavs were trailing 3-1 in a best-of-7 series. So all the Golden State Warriors needed to do is win one of the last 3 games, including 2 of those games at home. And trailing 3-1, no one's ever done before them. They came back and won the championship, and they were on the verge of losing. And after winning 3 in a row, they won the championship. LeBron was mentioned how he put a lot of time rewatching their film of the earlier games and what the team needed to do. So he fixed their team, some things they needed to do. LeBron always wants the best for his team, and so he added in additional practices for their team to get better. LeBron James takes control of their whole team. He was basically the coach, led their team all the way to that championship. Even the general manager of the Cavs said that, in quotation, he got his work in before we flew. Nobody does that. His single-mindedness and focus. I've never seen that before. I've done nothing but be true to the game. He also said, I've done nothing but give true to the game, give everything I got to the game, put my heart, my blood, sweat, tears into the game, and people still want to doubt what I'm capable of doing. So that was a little icing on the cake for people who still doubt me. For people that still doubt me. And that's a quote LeBron said after they won the games, as there were tears streaming down his face. And that's what's basically saying that's hard work that pays off. And LeBron shows so much leadership as he took control of their team as they were on the verge of losing yet again, and he took them over the edge and won them that championship, which ended up getting rid of the Cleveland curse, as Cleveland hasn't won a championship in a long time. LeBron showed a lot of fight and courage, and that leads us next to our next segment on his I Promise plan. So LeBron James opens a school. The road hasn't been easy for superstar LeBron James. LeBron grew up in Akron, Ohio, and going to school daily was an issue for most of the students in his neighborhood along with him. LeBron didn't want those students to go through the things that he suffered through, such as a kid, and opened the I Promise school. Those students were in need and were given an opportunity to get a higher education that they would have at the public Akron school systems. Mr. James wanted to get those students an opportunity that they could have never imagined even with their families as well. Within a short amount of time, 90% of those students scored better on English and math tests. According to the article, 3/4 of its family met the low income threshold to receive help from the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services. Mr. James pays all the expenses to the school's family research center, work, advice, health, and legal services, and even a barbershop, so those students can get literally all the help they can, things that they can't afford outside of this school. The quote from LeBron was, "In my Promise school plan was underway," which is, "I had the vision of wanting to give back to the community. The people around every day are helping and the vision coming to life," he said. Half the battle is trying to engage them to show that there's always going to be somebody looking out for them. LeBron had only gotten to visit twice due to when he's in season, and this is when he was playing in Los Angeles. There still is. So it's hard for him to make it, especially when he's got 82 game season schedule. But LeBron, one way he tries to talk to them a lot is through social media, and that's one of the few ways he can interact with them because he's not there much. But when he shows up, he says he sees the pure happiness of the kids' faces as they are so happy to see him. And LeBron has poured in millions of dollars into this project and is paying dividends as not only their grades are increasing, but so is their mental health, which is a very important thing. LeBron's leadership skills are bigger. He's being that bigger brother and father figure to those students in Northeast Ohio, which is something some of those families don't have. And he wants to see nothing but the best for them to succeed. And finally, I want to inform you guys on charities LeBron has worked with over the years. Over the years, LeBron has donated and helped with multiple charities. LeBron has been one of the most humble sports athletes that we've seen in a long time. LeBron then opened one thing he wanted to do, and he wanted to give charities. So during the decision that he had on ESPN, due to millions of people watching, he raised $3 million that he then gave to the Boys and Girls Club in local Cleveland, Northeast Ohio area. And that's something from a 26-year-old man that decided to leave his hometown, still paying money back and giving money back to them. And he's doing that for those kids. And then he first started the Bike-a-thon, which is for local children in Akron, Ohio, his hometown. It was basically giving them a place to go to after school and help those kids that were at risk, to give them a place to be and keep them activities to keep them busy, because a lot of time for them going home would not lead to good things, and it would keeping them there with activities. It keeps them busy and they can learn from it. And LeBron with that raised over $40 million for that fundraiser, and LeBron teamed up with the University of Akron to give scholarships to those students that were in need from the local Akron area. And in order to get that scholarship to students, and the parents wants to be involved in the program, so he wants the parents to get involved, and that helps everybody in the whole area benefit from that. And it's really hard for LeBron to do that when he's playing an 82-game season, like I said earlier. And this program at the time was sponsoring over 800 kids to date, and the scholarships were $9,500 annually per student, which is crazy about how much money that they give. For an NBA champion to helping children is getting education of the kind of person LeBron James is. Not for being consideration for the best player of all time, LeBron has used his past as something he doesn't want to see people from his hometown nor everyone else see and go through. So what's wrong with being a leader? Not everyone in the world has the money to do the same things, but LeBron James can be a leader and push others to be great. Everyone can do that. Everyone can push each other to be great. Money isn't everything, and he does the right thing, and that's why LeBron James does it the best.